Tonight, the creator of Robot Chicken, Seth Green. From the new movie I Don't Know How She Does It, Olivia Munn. And the star of NCIS, Michael Weatherly. From Hollywood, here's Rove McManus.
Hi everybody, we all well? Yeah. Thank you very much. It was like a pantomime. That was wonderful. Wasn't even rehearsed. Wonderful to be here. Lovely to have you all on board. And I know, like everyone in the audience, you're all very smart people at home, very smart people. And so you don't need me to explain this to you, because it's a well-known fact that Americans will sue anyone over anything, right? And I just realised where I am as I said that. How dare you say that to us? See you in court, mister. Oh, damn it. Americans. But, in fact, it's the most commonly used parting phrase I've discovered in this country. It's not have a nice day or I'm off now, it's see you in court. So, interesting to discover that there is, in California, a lawsuit abuse awareness week. And not only that, it's this week. So, happy Lawsuit Abuse Awareness Week, everyone! Exciting! Isn't it exciting? Wow! That's all I got. I mean, I would have liked to celebrate with streamers or something, but I was worried, you know, someone would get hit in the eye, and well, you know what Americans are like. But even like the other day, I had a mate who rang me from Australia and he was telling me that his wife was injured because she slipped over in yogurt that was left on a supermarket floor. Now, my initial reaction was, you should sue him. And he goes, mate, this is Australia. And then I realised, what have I become? What have you people done to me?
You're going to be a wealthy man.
Oh, good point. That's a very good point, actually, because, you know, I have noticed that... well, what I have noticed, firstly, is that when I see someone fall down a flight of stairs, instead of saying, are you okay, I go, you lucky bastard. Because lawsuits are really easy here. Like, recently, a guy sued a burger restaurant chain because he was so fat, he got stuck in their seats. He asked for $1 million, and they offered, wait for it, free burgers. But if he wanted cheese, he had to pay more for it. And he took it. He took the offer. Only pay for the cheese. Deal. Suckers. Because I think fat people laugh like Jabba the Hutt. I guess that's what I'm... And also, a woman tripped over a child while she was shopping in a department store, and she sued them, even though it was her child. Yeah, that's it, right in front of mummy. It's just like all these people know that they're going to get rich, you know, for filing a lawsuit. It's crazy. And, you know, I've even noticed that myself from now on. What I think I'm going to do is if I see an old lady and she needs help crossing the street, instead of sort of just gently taking her and escorting her across, what I will do is just throw her in front of the most expensive car possible and go, you're welcome. All right, I'm not being paid to stand here and chat. Actually, yes, I am. But let's go talk to these guys. He's the co-creator of Robot Chicken. It's Seth Green! Her new movie is called I Don't Know How She Does It. It's Olivia Munn. And you know him from the hit show NCIS. Say hello to Michael Weatherly. Oh. You guts.
Ow!
Sorry.
Oh my God!
I'm sorry.
My wrist.
I'm so sorry.
I Michael Weatherly.
Hold on.
I witnessed it. I'm tweeting it. I got a photograph.
I need my lawyer now.
I had a friend of mine who went to cross the road and a car cut in front of her and nearly hit her. A man came running from across the street saying, I saw it, I'll be a witness. Have you guys had any experience with being sued or suing someone for, you know, you being showbiz types, you're a big target?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's awesome. I'm suing all day long. I'm suing you later for mental anguish.
Good. I will take it. I will take it.
We should counter-sue each other. That's when it gets really fun. Like when somebody sues and they're like, oh, you suing me? I'm suing you back. And then they just sue the hell out of each other.
Have you had any experience with, like, you know a little bit of legal stuff?
I have been through a few imbroglios, if you will. But
Ooh, good word.
Yeah, it's a fun one. It's a
good one.
It's a crossword puzzle word. But when you get into these lawsuits, they have these things called depositions, which is where the opposing counsel sits down and they ask you very specific, detailed questions that are meant to trap you.
Me?
Yes, you, Rove.
God, oh God.
They'll say, you drive a Range Rover and your name is Rove? You know what I mean?
Objection! Okay, now it's time for a little part of the show we have called Getting to Know You. Felt like I wanted to do more. I like that. This, of course, the part of the show where we sail into the uncharted waters of each guest's mysterious past in the hope of discovering a treasure chest of golden anecdotes. For example, Seth, everyone, of course, knows you from Buffy the Vampire Slayer, Robot Chicken, and the Austin Powers movies, but people may be surprised to learn you're planning a trip to space.
That's true.
So you just want to go up and come back, obviously?
No, I want to be part of the whole, like, spring break on Mars contingent. Like,
that would be awesome. And you haven't lived till you've seen a Martian girl lift up her top and there's 3 breasts. Like, that's crazy. Well, sign me up as well. All right, Olivia, you got your start on Attack of the Show. Now you're a Daily Show correspondent, and you have a collection of stun guns?
Yes.
And have you used any of them?
I'm glad you asked.
Me too.
More specific question.
Yeah.
Now I can answer that. I have.
She is learning.
I learned very quick. I have. They're called stun blasters, and it's like a brass knuckle. It's like a Teflon, and then in front it has 900,000 volts of a stun on it.
that sounds like a lot.
Yeah, it is.
Is this a sex toy?
No.
If you like it really rough.
I just have a larger one and a smaller one. And I have the smaller one by my bed in case of an intruder.
Sorry, I'm just saying.
In case my.
By the bed.
Just in case.
In case
it's for intruders.
In case someone intrudes my vagina, I have a. Yeah.
No.
In a
We're
good way or
all
a bad
thinking
way.
it.
Either way. If it's a nice intrusion or a bad intrusion.
All right, Mr. Weatherly, you play a crime fighter in one of
Hold
the
on,
world's
just
most...
let me catch my breath.
Yeah, sure. Good luck topping the vagina story.
That's all
About
right.
$1 for every
I got
time
a
said
scrotum
that.
one that's going to kill.
You play a crime fighter in one of the world's most popular shows. However, when you were younger, you used to sell knives to children. Is this true, and what type of knives?
Yes.
What
Swiss
type of
Army knives. Swiss Army knives.
Oh, right.
Yes, because my father got into this importing of the Swiss Army knives from Switzerland in the 70s, and I thought it was very cool, and they all had different names, much like vibrators. You know, there was the camper, there was the champion, there was the fisherman, you know, all these different knives. And so at school, the kids started saying, hey, can you get me one of those? Those are expensive. Can you get me one for cost? My mom and dad are asking if... So one knife turned into 10 knives, turned into a suitcase that I brought to school, and I'm in the back of the 4th grade classroom with a list of, like, the orders, you know, and the invoice and everything. And yeah, I was suspended for that.
All right, well, we're going to hand around the dangerous devices, and we'll be right back after this. We're all very excited because Michael Weatherly is slowly stripping during the course of the show.
What's next? Oh.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, work that lace, bitch. Work it, yeah.
Oh.
I'll continue at this pace.
Now, I'm very excited because not only do we have 3 very cool people, but also people with a great nerd fan base, which excites me greatly. Now, obviously, Seth, you have a very strong following for most of your work, but mainly now with Robot Chicken.
Yeah, which is crazy.
But it's the ultimate dream. You're playing with toys for a living.
I'm stunned that this show is successful because It was like a side project that my friends and I made almost in response to the fact that there wasn't stuff out there that we thought was super funny. And we saw a bunch of cool people making funny stuff of their own, and we're like, oh, we should make our own funny stuff, but we never thought it would be a real show.
Now, for those who haven't seen the wonderful work of Robot Chicken, we've got a clip here. This is a wonderful piece with Justin Bieber. Have a look.
I'm crushing all the crush. Bicycles, lemonade, Game Boy. Crushing so hard, girl. And I like Skittles, 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 Skittles.
And cut. This is the edgiest thing I've ever worked on.
Edgy?
Yeah, young lesbian, proud of who she is, singing about it. Awesome.
That's a little boy.
Sorry, Justin.
We obviously have a bunch of nerd fans in here. Now, can I use that term for those of you who have that fan base? Is it nerd? Is it geek? Which is it? Olivia, what have you found over time?
Oh, I think it's obnoxious when people like go, "Don't call me a nerd. I'm a geek." You're like, okay, stop being so nerdy then. I think it's all endearing. It's like as long as somebody's saying it from a nice place.
Well, you have a theory,
I like
Seth,
geek.
it seems.
I fly both of those flags really proudly and always have, and took the bumps, for it when I was a kid, and now we seem to have inherited the planet, so I'm pleased with that.
Now, Michael, you were a bit of a nerd at school. Like, I would have thought you were a bit of a sporty guy, but you weren't.
Yeah, no, I was blessed with, it was the gift of nearsightedness, which at 5 years old, I went to kindergarten, and I had these Woody Allen glasses on. And that's the first time I ever got just the shit kicked out.
Oh, really?
And it really continued all the way up.
Did they really beat you up because you wore glasses?
On the show that I do.
Until
NCIS,
shit came out of him, like literally.
No, literally.
Until
I
shit
just
came
pooped
out.
right there. But Mark Harmon continues to slap my head on NCIS weekly.
Yeah, is that a...
I mean, I don't know if it's connected to the kindergarten thing, but the flashbacks happen with a...
It's a regular occurrence on NCIS that you get slapped on the back of the head.
Yeah.
How did that even start?
And
Was
the
it your
crazier
idea?
thing is that people keep coming up to me and saying, why is your character so abusive?
Yours?
And I'm like, I get hit every week.
Because I get excited by the idea of Comic-Con, which you guys would have done. I know, Olivia, you've portrayed probably every fanboy's dream by going dressed as Princess Leia in the Jabba the Hutt slave girl outfit.
Yeah, that was actually at the 30th anniversary of Star Wars Celebration, but I actually hated wearing that more than anything in my life.
It's got to be frightfully uncomfortable.
It's like the worst thing. I mean, people take pictures of me from every angle, and I'm not a girl that runs or likes to spend my time in the gym, so I don't have this like ripped up body. I like kind of like being like womanly, and the makeup artist was working, and I was kind of stressed out about like something, and when we get done dressing me and they're putting lotion on me and I look in the mirror and she is drawn in with like how girls do with makeup, like abs, like onto my. I was like, and I'm like, what is this? Like she drew abs and she's like, well, just so you're like just more thin, like Leia was. And I'm like, but she ripped like this? She's like on like creatine.
In Return of the Jedi, she sort of was ripped.
Yeah, when you have a giant slug as your ruler,
Yeah.
you work on your crunches. That's what you
She
do.
did, in all fairness, she did choke Jabba the Hutt to death with a chain, so she's got to have some
She has
upper
to have
body
some-
strength.
That's true.
Does, yeah.
Now, you have met George Lucas.
Yeah.
Did you have a fanboy geek moment when that happened?
I was borderline retarded when I first met her. Just because you don't know what to expect, and especially when you meet someone whose work has had such a profound influence on yourself and your life and your own work, you have so many questions, and you just wind up acting like an idiot. But I got to meet him enough times that I wouldn't say it became common, but I had the time to think, how do I want him to see me? And do I want him to see me like an idiot, or do I want to learn all the awesome stuff that he has to tell me? And so I tried a different approach and tried to be a little bit cooler and engage him on a more personal level, and he responded to that.
Have you guys had a moment where you've kind of met someone of that status and had your little fanboy or girl moment?
I met Oprah once, and everyone.
Shut the front door.
I know. Because I actually don't get like crazed when I meet people, but like because they exist, and I.
Oprah's the messiah.
She's Oprah.
Oh
So
my-
and it was the best. I was at this restaurant out here in LA, and I went into the restroom and I was washing my hands, and there's this really big, beautiful window out there, and I'm washing my hands, and for whatever reason, I kind of decide to turn. I hear the stall open up, and out comes Oprah from the stall. And if you've ever seen Oprah in real life, she walks like this. Sorry if I can. She walks out and she in the bathroom, she's like this. And then she says hi to people like this. Hi. Hey. Hi. Hey. And so it's what she's these tiny little footsteps and she just says hello to everyone because she's Oprah. She's like, you want me to say hi. And so she's walking out of the bathroom and I'm like, oh my God, it's Oprah. Like, I don't know what to say. So she looks up into the window and she says, oh, it's a full moon. And I go, oh, it's my chance to talk to Oprah. She's talking to me. So I go, oh, man, that's funny because, actually a lot of my friends are breaking up right now. Maybe it's because it's a full moon. And she said, oh, no, it's not a full moon. Your friends are just breaking up.
She's so wise.
Wow.
That's what I think is really cool about, when you get to a certain level where you start to mix in that kind of realm, you get to meet those type of people. I've always been insanely jealous of the fact that you've been on Raw, on WWE's Raw.
One of the honestly greatest nights of my life, man.
I know.
Yeah. I have the distinction of being the first celebrity guest host of WWE's Monday Night Raw.
I know.
Yeah.
Well, can't you call some? Can we not get you on there?
Yeah, I reckon we totally can do that.
You should.
I think we can.
Right, Seth?
I would
right,
bet you could pull it
Seth?
off. Yes, absolutely, Rove. Yes, I will make a call right now.
Ah.
Hello, Vince. Yes, have you heard of Rove LA? Good, he'll be there on Monday.
Woo! In your face! That's really cool. Now, you've been offered to do cool stuff, but you don't want to do it. Like you.
What?
Well, you've been offered to. I heard there's the jet fighters offered you.
The Blue Angels.
Yeah.
But they're like the precision. They're the precision jet flying.
They do the flyovers of the football games.
Yeah, 1,200 miles an hour. Yeah. So we're out. We're shooting in an Air Force base, or Navy base, but I don't know.
It's a base.
It's 9 years of the military investigation, and I'm still like the Army guys with the So it's lunch, and we've got an hour. And these very official-looking people come over to me with things on their jackets, and they say, "Michael, we've got the Blue Angels here, and they're ready to take you up." And the first guy I'm taking seriously, but then I can see two guys back. There's a little smirk, little tiny smirk, and I'm thinking, they want me to vomit all over that aircraft. They don't want me to, look how pretty LA is from this altitude. No, they're just gonna take me straight up, and then we're gonna do a little, she's breaking up, I can't control it.
Take the wheel.
And they film you. They film you while you're in the.
Yeah, and I know why they're doing it, because they want me to vomit.
But in Riverside, I think it's Riverside or Fullerton, you can take World War II fighter planes up in the sky. And so when I was on Attack of the Show, my co-host Kevin and I, we went and we can dogfight each other.
Get out.
I know, and I'm not. I have to stay here because we have more show. But we get up into the plane and we have to dogfight. And I'm next to this guy who is like this, Nazi. He's like, flies a plane, flies a, because they have controls and I have controls, and he's sitting like this. And then I go, I'm gonna throw up. He's like, no, you will not throw up. Flies a plane. I'm like, I'm gonna throw up. And then this is a video of just me like this.
There is a great YouTube clip of this poor girl who's in a plane and she throws up into the airsick bag. Oh. But then they do a loop-de-loop.
Oh, no. Oh, no!
Look it up online. All right, coming up, a man who wants to win your vote and suck your blood. It has been the most exciting commercial break. You have no idea. Firstly, Michael Weatherly's at it again, y'all.
That's coming up, y'all.
That just happened.
Yep.
And secondly, Olivia, having just told her story about nearly throwing up in the plane, I've discovered we actually have real Germans in the audience.
Whoa.
So I was just wondering if at any point tonight you feel like throwing up.
I'm just gonna leave. I said no Germans. I said no Germans.
That's so mean.
You found your new catchphrase. So I would just like the Germans to just practice don't throw up, in case anything happens tonight. Would you just yell that out for us, please?
Don't throw up, don't throw up.
No, in German.
Nicht kotzen, nicht kotzen.
Nein, und Wammenstein.
Well, it's a very exciting time of year here because the presidential campaign season is officially underway. You can smell it in the air. And the best part is,
me.
that was Weatherly again. The best part is, like, anybody can run for president as long as you're 35, you were born in the US and you have lived here for 14 years, then you're good to go. So even if you're like an ex-con who's snorting coke off some hooker's back, shooting bald eagles from the sky while you're filling out your form, doesn't matter. That will take you. That will take you.
That would be a strong campaign.
It would. I would vote for that person.
You know, a lot of people would.
I vote for you.
The best part is I've discovered if you go online, the application forms for all the budding presidents is actually open to the public. And we managed to get a few. For example, like this is absolutely true as well. You can do it yourself. This is President Obama's that he put in when he ran. So it's very legal. He's looked very neat, very nicely typed. But then there's others, like the independents that are out there who want to crack at it. This is also a very serious one from a lesser-known guy by the name of Douglas Clement from Kirkwood in Missouri. Not quite as neat as President Obama's. A little bit scary writing, should we say? And to the point where when asked why he thinks he would be a good president, he says, because my father sold President Reagan a chainsaw. It's good reason.
That really,
good reason.
He's got an inside understanding of the machinations of government.
And like, it's not even just the forms, because now with the advent of YouTube, people are putting campaign videos online to announce their candidacy. Like this guy, His Royal Majesty Caesar St. Augustine de Bonaparte.
You people, all of you, need to have your head examined. You need to get not a president, an emperor. Okay, a total, absolute dictator like me.
Sure. Who lives in a bike shop, by the looks of things. But now, obviously, because I wasn't born here, I can't join the race. But I can back someone who has. And I think I found my guy. He's got three things I really dig about him. He's tough on crime. He's a professional wrestler. Oh, and what was the other thing? That's right, he's a practicing vampire. Joining us live from Tampa, Florida, ladies and gentlemen, I give you Jonathan the Impaler Sharkey.
Good evening, Rove.
Jonathan, you're wearing a cloak.
Yes, I am.
Welcome, it's wonderful to have you on board.
Thank you. It's an honor to be on your show. I remember seeing you the first time in 2003 on the Kiss Symphony with Gene and Paul and Peter and Tommy.
Well, thank you very much. Now, the first question, of course, I have to ask you is, are you really a vampire?
Yes, I am a sanguinarian vampire. I'm a blood feeder. Actually, this weekend, I'm holding a blood drive here in Tampa because on Tuesday...
Because you're hungry?
I'm having surgery. No, I'm having surgery on Tuesday.
Wait, why are you having surgery?
My knee got snapped in the ring by an alleged vampire hunter 3 years ago, and they had to replace it.
Wait, I'm confused. I thought your species had a natural regenerative process.
Good point. Good point. So, Jonathan, you do feed on blood, like you have real fangs and you do feed on willing participants' blood, correct?
Yes, only females. I only feed on females. Unlike the
because it's not weird.
No,
it's not weird.
And wait, is willing in quotes? Willing participants?
Now, John, you are going in as an independent with your own political party. What's it called?
The VWP party, which stands for Vampires, Witches, and Pagans.
But what's your platform? What are you going in there? What are your principles?
Well, the first thing I would do as Commander-in-Chief is bring our troops back from hostile areas. I do not believe they need to be in combative zones that have nothing to do with us.
Where do you stand on Charlie Sheen?
So, in all honesty, how do you think you will go when election time comes around in 2012?
I think the people will realize that you have the bloodsuckers in DC who are drinking everybody dry without them wanting it, and you got the real bloodsucker here who's not going to be, drinking them dry. If anything, I'm going to take care of the American people, unlike the bureaucrats in DC are.
Well, we wish you all the best of luck. Thank you very much for joining us. Jonathan, the Impaler Sharkey. Possibly your next president of the United States. Yes, we can. So long as it's not done in broad daylight. Have any of you guys met the current president?
I have.
I did, yeah.
Was it like, did he walk like Oprah?
No, I actually, I was in the White House, and I can't not sound obnoxious when I say this, but I'm friends with somebody who works there, and his office is right next. It's connected to the Oval Office, and so I'm sitting there on my phone, and I look up and I just see Obama get up and start walking towards me, and I go like this. Oh my God! Like I totally pulled the cool girl thing, like, what's up? Oh my God! And I was like, and he's so tall, and he's very nice and charming. He gets right up in there, and he's like, hello, how are you? Nice to meet you. And he knew the Daily Show, which was very exciting. He's like, you do a great job on the Daily Show. I'm like, hey, do you want to come to our rally? He's like, no, I think I'm busy. I was like,
I got a thing.
You know what we should have done? Stun gunned him.
I should have. I should have.
So you met him, Seth. What happened?
My meeting was far less cool than that. I met him at a fundraiser a year before he was the candidate, and was in the position of like taking a photo, which I never got, by the way. I'm kind of upset. I know.
Whoa.
But I was shaking his hand, and he was like, well, thanks for coming out for this. Glad to have people, like that are communicative with the public like you. And I said, it is a real pleasure to meet you. I'm super excited to hear you speak and to get more familiar with some of your policies and some of the plans that you have for the country. And he just sort of looked at me, and he was like, well, we have a very informative website if you care to do any research on your own. And I was like,
burned by the president?
I got burned, and I was in that position where I was like, I probably should have came a little bit more prepared.
But how do you think he's doing? Like, do you think he's doing an okay job?
I think he's trying his hardest, and the current situation is just really difficult to make any real forward motion in. But he is trying his hardest for sure.
Well, look at it this way, America. Just count yourself lucky. It could be a vampire. All right, coming up, the latest craze in LA advertising. That guy looks like he's having a great time. Yeah, he looked like he was going to stab a man, but then went no. Thanks to the sign spinner, no blood shall be spilled.
What's happening?
Well, he's got holes in his socks.
What's going on?
Why?
Now we're getting a bit of skin.
Yep.
That's the way we like it.
It's slowed down a little bit. It's slowed down. It's working its way off.
They don't pay you at NCIS?
I'm molting.
I've been taught how to say "do not throw up" in German by our German audience members. Nicht kotzen. You almost have to throw up in your mouth a little bit to make it sound convincing. Nicht kotzen. Thank you for coming in and having a good time. Germans with a sense of humour. Who would have thunk it? Who would have thunk it?
Oh.
You're Australian. It sounds cute.
Didgeridoo dingo billabong. They know. They know. You know what I'm talking about. You get it. Now, if you pull up at a set of traffic lights in Australia, what will probably happen is some guy will just come up and try to wash your windscreen with a dirty squeegee. But here in LA, you'll experience something slightly more entertaining. Take a look. If you want to advertise your product, no one does it more spectacularly than Los Angeles. It's two simple words, unless you have a lisp. Sign spinning. It's become a bit of an LA institution, this, hasn't it?
Absolutely. LA is all about entertainment, and we merge entertainment and advertising.
See, now you make me want to watch the show, and I couldn't give a shit about it before. That's how good you are.
Hey, watch Rove LA! Yeah, you! Can I get a beep beep?
Oh, the truck!
Hey, can I get a honk honk?
Yeah! Now, I hear you are the best in the world.
Best in Hollywood.
So how do you know you're the best in Hollywood?
Competitions.
Are there competitions?
Exactly.
Like out on the street, kind of after hours?
We have spin-offs. We do that. Go to a famous intersection at night, bunch of guys together, get the signs and see how crazy we could get the crowd.
Does it get any manlier than a bunch of guys standing on a street corner after dark?
Not at all.
And do you invent your own moves?
Absolutely. Of the 500 tricks that are currently logged in our Trictionary,
There's a Trictionary?
Yes, there is.
Wow.
It's one of our many synonyms.
That sounds sonorific.
You're getting there. You're getting there. All right.
I ruined the game. Sorry.
But of the 500 tricks, I'm currently credited with 273 of them.
Do you remember them all?
Yeah. The jump rope, the Captain Blunder, the sword slash, the inverted sword slash, the backwards double
Okay,
triple
no,
sword
not your
slash.
sex positions. I want to hear about your sign spinning move.
Oh, sorry.
The inverted sword slash sounds painful. If you start out as a sign spinner, what's the first thing you get taught?
The tornado.
Okay, I can do that. Bam! Honk it! Woo! I call this one the crab. I call this the Rolf Harris. This one's the hello ladies. Come on, this is called the Ride the Cowboy. Yeah! Woo! See that? Whoa, feeling the pressure? You should. That was borderline illegal, but that's how we roll in this town. So if you want something advertised that people can read, put it on a sandwich board. But if you want people mildly entertained before they drive into a tree, then sign spinning is the thing for you. A really bad cut. Quite.
Did you get a terrible paper cut?
It's like not even. Yes, it's 10 times worse than.
We were admiring your Anderson Cooper look.
Yeah.
The T-shirt, the guns.
Did you give some like push-ups before you went on camera there?
I did. I got my pump on.
Hell yeah.
Trust me. Now, I thought that was a very effective way of advertising, and Olivia, I was thinking that would be a good thing for you next time you're doing a movie. Like, I don't know how she does it, just get out there and spin in the street. Do they send you out when you have to go out for promotional stuff to do weird things like that?
No, I usually send myself out to do weird things like that. No, when I for the Sarah Jessica movie, we kind of you sit in a room and people they come to you at this point.
How annoying are those junket things?
Oh, but I'm horrible. But I'm like this is all like I started at Attack of the Show and like when I moved out to California in like 2003, like my broke down Land Rover and just was like, oh, maybe one day. And the fact like I'm the one who's in there like, oh my gosh, another interview. This is exciting. Hi, and they're like. Shut up. I'm like, this is fun. And everyone, I'm the worst. I get so excited. I do things where my fan group, the OMFG, the Olivia Munn fan group, I do meetups with them. And I get Comic-Con, I put on Twitter, like, if you have time in 30 minutes, meet me here. And then a few hundred people show up and we play Duck, Duck, Goose.
Yeah.
And that's fun.
That's what's up, y'all. Hollywood parties, y'all.
You played Red Rover as well?
I played Red Rover in Austin, Texas. And somebody asked me once, they're like, what if somebody like cops a field? I'm like, well, if they're going to support me and then play Red Rover, and if they can touch a boob in the meantime, I mean, I guess good for you.
Now, the main storyline behind the movie is juggling professional life with the family as well.
Yeah, the movie is with Sarah Jessica Parker, and she's, it's like where Carrie Bradshaw from Sex and the City kind of leaves off. Like if she, has the kids and then she's got the great job, and how do you work in both worlds? And my character is the woman who works with her but looks at her like, okay, if that's what kids do to you, I don't ever want that. That's really gross. Because she comes to work disheveled and trying to make it all work, and that's what it's about.
Now, Michael, you've got kids. You got a family.
I have a son who's 15 and a half.
Oh my gosh, really?
He still throws up on my shoulder every once in a while.
So sweet.
It never goes away.
But how was that for you, especially in the early stages, just trying to juggle work life and having a child?
The fun thing about... Where does this air? The fun thing... He's like, Dad, told you not to talk about me, ever.
Does he talk like that?
He does, actually, especially when he's threatening me, which is most of the time. There's the thing that happens with kids, which is where they have little chubby fingers, and they're so amazingly cute, and then one day, they're like, I hate you! And then you're like, no, I'm just saying you have to put the Legos back in the box before the... No! And then you're like... And then the dad brain kicks in and you're like, do as I say, not as I do.
You can just leave. Dads do it all the time. What? You'll learn. You'll teach him. It'll be fine.
How do you get through that hump? Like when teenagehood
I
comes?
took his
Does your
bag
son
of-
sound 14 now?
He's going to be 16 in January. I took his bag of pot away. And I find that
It's
really,
just-
it's that easy.
that easy.
You know, he's dead. It's medical.
Sounds like you're raising Napoleon Dynamite.
I hope so.
Did you really? Is that what you did? You took away his pot?
Wait, what did you do with it?
No. Oh, no, I meant, like, you know.
You're like, I'm gonna smoke it in front of you. You just smoke it in front of him.
I'm gonna
instead.
teach you a lesson, son. This is how you roll a blunt.
Or you do that cigarette thing of going, you have to smoke the whole bag.
See, you got to put the ice in the water because it keeps it nice and cool.
He's like, one more D and I take away your meth. That's a warning.
No, the meth is good. Keeps him energetic.
There will be a fact sheet after the show, but we'll take a break for now and come right back. Don't go anywhere. Well, you can, but... Now hump it. Now hump it. Hump it. Hump it. There we go. Now, before we go any further, a couple of days ago, I was watching the news, and there's something I'd like to share with you guys, because I'd like to get your opinion on this. Just tell me if I'm wrong, but I really think one of these reporters is on helium. See if you can guess which one.
NBC4's Antonio Castellan is live for us in Venice Beach, and he's got some fascinating video to show you. Antonio?
There's some pretty gutsy people out here, Chuck. Not too far away from the Venice Beach Pier, beachgoers stumble across a baby great white.
Don't send the helium guy out to report on the shark, because it was a story on a great white shark that had washed up on the beach, and that's not the voice of authority I want to hear. Like, if you had a helium balloon, which we do, can we have some helium balloons? I just want to prove my point.
I think that guy does all the VO for Disney.
Like, I would not take this as a serious threat if you've got a reporter. Thank you, Ray. Ray, our balloon wrangler, everybody.
Everybody, don't go in the water. There's a shark. There's a shark in the water. Seriously.
You can't. If you use helium, Seth, we won't even hear you. It'll be like dogs 10 blocks away going.
I'm big with the canine community.
If you just pull the string, it should be ready to go.
Didn't work for me.
Do you want to, hold on, how about Shakespeare on helium?
Oh, please.
Let's see, hold on. Oh, no. Ow, that hurt. God, hit it with your stun gun. This is when it's going to get good. My thing's a little...
That's Shakespeare?
Take it, yeah, take it.
He's here in double trust. First, as I am his kinsman and his subject, strung both against the deed, then as his host, who should against his murderer shut the door.
Why is it so funny? Olivia. Here we go, have a think.
1, 2, 3 into the 4. Snoop Doggy Doggy Dr. Dre is out my door. Better make an entrance, so back on up.
This is the best crowd.
It
the most exciting night.
It went all the way back around. Hold on 1 second.
Rove, look deep into my eyes. What I'm about to tell you is very important.
Yes, Seth. I am your father.
You know it to be true. We need it on the jib shot. We got to do the. I'll fall down on my knees and then you pull right up.
You know I never told you what happened to your father.
Ready? Come down close and then go like that. Come on, running close.
Search your feelings. You know it to be true.
There we go. I thought it was up your nose. Well, I think that's a fine way to end a show.
That was awesome.
This is the best show ever.
Okay, that's all we have time for tonight. Please thank our... Oh, wait a minute. Now, here's the thing, right? the last couple of weeks has been this joke. Oh, I haven't done the postcard to Mum. Tonight, I nearly seriously forgot to do it.
Your mom's going to be mad.
Yeah, I know. It's time to do my postcard to my mum.
I love your mom.
And I love
You and my mum had some chemistry on the show. I'm not going to deny it.
I kissed your mom.
Oh.
He did.
On her.
What?
On her vagina.
She had a stun gun. She will take that. It's okay. She will not have a problem with that.
Australians have different
Why is it so much fun? Do you want that afterwards?
I do. I'm a novelty pen collector, and I would love it. And it's a robot.
Here we go. Okay, I don't even know if this is... Oh, look. Okay, here we go.
Mine, you can't take it back.
I will I'll have to write, so excuse me.
God, I want to party with you.
Dear Mum, it was a great show tonight. Seth Green was on. Back home, we'd call him Bluey because he has red hair. But then his name would be Bluey Green, which is also Aqua. Hang on, maybe I've discovered his secret identity. Are you Aquaman?
No, more a submariner.
Guess it was a bit of a long shot. Olivia Munn was with us as well. Did you know she was #2 in Maxim's Hot 100 list this year? #1 was Gary Busey. I also did some sign spinning this week. And no, that doesn't mean I ballroom danced with a deaf girl. Thank you. Thanks. I would have waited, but thank you. Speak to you soon, Cozza. Love, Rove. Oh, P.S. We also had your old friend, NCIS star and part-time stripper on the show, Michael Weatherly. I know you asked me to slap him in the head for you, but it didn't seem appropriate. I'll kick him in the nuts after the show. There you go.
Thank you.
Will you please thank Seth Green? Chicken Season 5 DVD out North November 30 and airing every Saturday night on the Comedy Channel. Olivia Munn. I don't know how she does it. It's now playing in the UK. It opens in theatres November 2 in Australia. And Michael Weatherly. Yes. Really? Wow.
No. Hold on.
NCIS. With that thought in mind, NCIS Season 6 starts for all you Aussies December 1 on TV1. Thank you for watching. We'll see you next week. I'm Rove McManus and Michael Weatherly. I will say hi to your mum for me.